heard the expression, kids say the darndest things.
We found that out firsthand. Here's this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday from 1982.
Lucille Yeager's Dodgeville Nursery School students are into cooking. These future Betty Crockers and galloping gourmets even look the part.
Crunch it and roll.
This day they were making bread. That dough got kneaded much more than it needed to be. Part of the cooking studies include the students' favorite recipes. Lucille asked each student to tell her how to cook their favorite food. While the dough takes a pounding, we'll tell you some. Lori Yeager's recipe for macaroni and cheese is put all the macaroni in a pan of water and the box in the garbage. Cook it 40 hours and put in 4 cheeses and then put it in the microwave for 30 hours. Then we eat it. Mommy eats the most. I'm sure Mommy's glad to hear that. Jesse Raleigh's cherry pie recipe calls for 1 bag of sugar, salt, a tablespoon of milk, and a little more sugar, but not so much sugar, inside the round dough. Add a little pepper, add a bunch of cherries, and bake for 50 minutes at 8,000 degrees. Pizza, according to Billy Mildreth, calls for hamburger balls and sausage and mushrooms, and then you bake for 16 seconds at 50 degrees. Meanwhile, that dough has been shaped into rolls. Now's when it gets fun. Michelle Durnford decided to tell us how to make oatmeal cookies. First you take
Bananas.
then you add some
Apples.
then you add
Chocolate.
Sounds good, Michelle. How long do you cook these oatmeal cookies?
5.
5 what?
No.
And how many cookies does this make?
5.
And how many do you want?
5 million.
5.
Meanwhile, back at the dough, the rolls have finally made their way into the kitchen. Time to bake them. And how long do they stay in the oven?
7 hours.
7 hours? Well, it took a while, but it was worth the wait. It was finally time to reap the rewards of a hard day in the kitchen. It's like Michael Jones's recipe for cupcakes. He writes, first Mom opens a box and dumps it in the sink and puts cold water on it, and then she watches TV for 5 hours. Mom usually makes black cupcakes. Mom's probably very happy to hear that, Michael.
Can I have another one?
Lance Hendricks says to make pizza, you put sugar and oil in a pot. Then you put pizza or apples on it, then add 3 pounds of mushrooms. You don't put it in the oven, you just throw it into the air. Sounds good, Lance. Could you let us know how it turns out? Mark Kane, News 3, traveling in Dodgeville.
You want to tell her?
Oh, I would have loved to have seen the moms' reactions when that story first aired. That's so great.
Takes the cookie dough, throws it in the sink, and watches TV for 5 hours.
And some of those kids, maybe by some luck we're watching tonight, they'd be in their mid to late 40s by now. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's great.